there, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for February 2022. And just a quick heads up for y'all out there, if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you may simply follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to leave a like, a share, and subscribe, and even comment, because of course, engagement of any kind helps this channel out a lot. So what is going on when it comes to February? February is an overwhelmingly positive month for everyone. I've been saying that, and I'm going to keep saying it until I'm done with these horoscopes. And I'm telling the truth because I'm not afraid to say otherwise. This month is where the new year really begins. And we get an opportunity to finally make some serious breakthroughs with clearing away and displacing a lot of the challenges and debris and detritus of not only January, but the last few years. And these breakthroughs immediately go to work for us. And for you, Leo, a great deal of it is occurring in your 6th house of work, reputation, schedule, your teams, the people you work with, as well as, just how you're putting yourself out there, and even your physical health, as well as your 7th house of partnerships, closest one-on-one connections, boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people you spend your closest one-on-one time with or have your most one-on-one involvements with. And of course, it's not all reserved to these two areas, but that's where a lot of the action is happening. We have Venus direct all month in Capricorn in your 6th house of work, reputation, schedule, what you're putting out there, right? The teams you're working with, and even the clientele you're working with, as well as Mars in Capricorn. And Mercury is direct here from the 3rd of the month through the 14th of the month. So we've got Venus there all month, Mars there all month, and Mercury in essentially the first half of the month. And with Venus, the planet of love, popularity, favor, and affection in this part of your chart, this is going to be a time where a lot of you Leo people are starting to get a newfound appreciation for what you do that sets you apart from other people, right? Because a few signs, you're one of them, are getting the emphasis on what makes me different from everybody else. And with Venus here, you're going to notice that you're actually becoming very popular on and off the job. With Venus in the 6th house, you're going to actually be noticing that people are willing and actually encouraging you to receive more for the services that you provide, whether these are adjustments to your pay scale, adjustments to your benefits, adjustments to your time off, or any kind of perks you're working with, whether it's at your current job or if you're self-employed, how you relate to the rest of the world, where you're putting your work, as well as what is getting attracted to you, what is noticing you. In fact, you're going to be noticing that a lot of support, you're kind of like grabbing a whole new clientele, grabbing a whole new audience, grabbing a whole new support crew, when it comes to your colleagues and your peers and even higher ups. Venus in this part of your chart is also going to give you an opportunity to make a fair amount of money for not actually doing a whole lot more work. Mars in this area, as Mars often is in the financial part of our charts, houses 2, 6, or 10, in your case we're talking about 6, is going to be giving you the opportunity to also get way ahead financially, and this is going to be a time where you may be noticing you're burning the candle at both ends, because when Mars is in our area of work, yes, we are going to be in very, very high demand in the best of ways, but this also may require us to take some work home or burn the midnight oil. Mars is also creating a highly competitive atmosphere in the workspace as well as in your field. But what's happening here is that I'm finding that a lot of you are going to enjoy that Mars is creating a lot more scrutiny as well, so that those that actually are putting out quality, those that are able to actually show their true merit, those who are working and serving in the highest interest of all concerned, that maybe did not get noticed, right? We do live in a world where, we're coming out of an age of aesthetic and now we're going into an age of reason. Now you're going to get a chance to shine where maybe, let's just say, the plastics were able to look like they shined. This is going to be a time where those who do the hard work, who do the good work, are going to be making a lot of money. This is also going to be a time with Mars in Capricorn where you are getting a chance to make some powerful changes systemically with your own crowd, with your own industry, and with the people that you're working with. You know, changing hearts, changing minds, changing attitudes, and maybe even those of higher ups in a way where you're able to fall back in love with your work. And this could also provide opportunities for new jobs for those of you who are looking for that. Mercury here is going to be speeding up productivity as well as speeding up results with a lot of initiatives that you've been trying to carry forward since, I'm probably going to say about October of last year. But with Mercury here, what I also find very interesting is that on the health front, now I'm not a doctor, no astrologer should be pretending they're a doctor, run, don't walk from those who are, or would, but this is also a time where you're going to notice a faster result from a lot of maybe health regimens or maybe any kind of new techniques you've been trying to attain a certain goal, whether it has to do with a system in your health, something you're trying to transform about your body, or something, you know, acute or chronic that you're trying to make some headway with. Mercury is also going to work on the health respect of this part of your chart as well, especially in the first half of the month. And so we've got good news all around for everybody. And again, this is covering multiple angles. We've got the sun in Aquarius in your 7th house of partnerships and closest one-on-one connections. I'm not going to say the whole spiel again. You already heard me say it once. Bringing attention, enhancement, and support to this area through the 18th of the month. With the sun in this part of your chart, you're going to be noticing a lot more fun, a lot more bonding opportunities, and a lot more levity coming into your closest one-on-one connections, because the sun is all about bringing a tremendous focus on bringing wholesome simplicity, love, and sweetness to this part of your chart, whether it's your platonic relationships, right, getting closer with our BFFs, promoting people to being BFFs, closing the distance between us and our closest people, our most important people, or, you know, even helping to bring a lot more sweetness and levity into romantic partnerships where maybe, you know, if things have been strained for a while, or maybe we've just kind of lost touch with one another, we want more play, we want more fun, we want more adventure, we want to get a new kind of spark. The sun's really helping you out here. And even business partnerships are becoming more of close friendships and companionships as opposed to mere alliances during this time, which of course is going to facilitate more trust, more the ability to be more ambitious, the ability to put more faith in one another and take more sensible risks when it comes to our personal success and the success of the partnership or the marriage or the business collaboration, whatever it's going to be. We also have Mercury moving into this part of your chart after the 14th of the month. And so we are actually speeding up the accomplishment of a deeply treasured joint goal that maybe you have had with a romantic partner, or with a best friend, or with a business partner. Now, this goal could be something deeply personal, something that we would like to do just once, or this could actually be speeding up the transition in our personal status. And so if we have been maybe thinking, look, we want to speed things up and be ready to move in together, we want to speed things up and be ready to finally incorporate this business partnership, we want to speed things up and finally make this big move and, you know, strike new territory with this best friendship. I want to make this collaboration official. I want to make this relationship official. I want to do something that is going to set up a whole new legacy for our kids or our family as a couple, real strong now. Mercury direct in this area, because Mercury's direct, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say direct to invoke confusion. Mercury is direct in your 7th house from the 14th on, and all of these goals that maybe had been made to wait, or they were proceeding very slowly, or maybe, you know, productivity or progress in any of these connections or relationships that's been sluggish, well, we're moving things along very, very quickly at the end of this month. We also have a special event occurring this month with Jupiter in Pisces, your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, as well as intimacy and, you know, erotic expression, forming a gorgeous sextile to Uranus, the planet of invention, revelation, experimentation, and spontaneity in Taurus, your 10th house of career, upward mobility, promotions, status in your station, And this definitely feels like we're focusing more on the practical here. And we have Jupiter, right, the planet of expansion, wealth, abundance, and luck, doing all the work. Now, this is going to be exact on the 17th, but because we're dealing with slow-moving planets, this is actually a window period between the 12th and the 22nd of this month for Jupiter to reach over from your 8th house. That's what happens in a sextile. One planet reaches over from one house to lift up the planet in the other. Jupiter is reaching to Uranus and promoting something very special and very important for you. This could actually be the generation or the genesis of a new income avenue, or the ability to monetize some kind of craft, some kind of talent, get discovered for something that ultimately is going to make a completely new name or reputation for yourself in your field, or make a big jump in discovery in a field or career market you would like to emerge in. Jupiter in the 8th house is going to be a huge investment in you. And this could also be something that allows you to make a big break in your career, or maybe in some kind of professional or creative ambition that does require you to be able to change lanes or change roads, but we've not been able to find the means, the time, or the support to do it. Well, between the 12th and the 22nd of the month, this is getting seeded. Now, this is getting started between the 12th and the 22nd of the month. I want to remind people of that. In astrology, it's never, oh, it all just comes at once. No, it's going to get started during this time, if you'll allow it. We also have some lunations to talk about, right? We always wrap up these monthlies with talking about the new moon and the full moon. And the new moon of the month falls on the 1st. So opening up that 2-week window period between the 1st and the 15th of the month. And it's a new moon in Aquarius, in that 7th house of partnerships. Now, a new moon always talks about new cycles and new beginnings. And a lot of you are going to find that there is an opportunity to make official some kind of new partnership, or establish or crystallize a new status or a new title in a partnership or an alliance that is really going to stick. Now, this could, of course, be something romantic, something that we attain with a sweetheart, or possibly somebody new coming in for those of you who are single or available, looking for somebody new that wants the same thing as you and already has designs or ambitions towards becoming official in that way. Or this could be something that is creating a new title, or a new road, a new goal, a new ambition, a new guidepost, or maybe just a new level of success in a budding or pre-existing professional or creative alliance or collaboration that you have with a close friend or companion. Or maybe it's all of the above, but it's going to be a really, really strong start to your February. We also have a full moon in your sign this month, which occurs on the 16th. So this colors the second half of February. Now, a full moon is all about culminations and transitions. And when it happens in our first house, which is what's going on for you, we get our once a year clearing moon. This is going to be a time where a lot of you Leo people get a chance to discard, quit, jettison, break away, something that you no longer wish to hold on to, something that you have maybe struggled to escape from or release or remove from your space, right? Let go in your life. Well, this is going to be a time where you want to see, what do I want to quit? What do I want to cut off? What do I want to be done with? What do I want to make a permanent transition from? This full moon is, of course, going to give you that wild card blessing because it's in your first house where you can apply it anywhere you want. Is it time to think about changing, living situations? Do you want to get out of a lease? Do you want to move? Are you thinking about changing jobs? Are you thinking about changing schools? Are you thinking about maybe needing to do some social pruning? Is there some kind of contract you want to tear up? Whatever it is, this is the time where you get a chance to do this cleanly and efficiently. So that is what I've got for you, Leo people. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.